Me for the day while I tell you a story about my best friend. Well, not really my best friend anymore. Okay, so her name is Layla. So let me tell you how this all started. So it was my birthday and we went to go shopping together. And so after we went shopping and all of that, we had to go to a family dinner and yeah. So we went in two separate ways. So she went first and I was like still shopping in the shop because I take a long time. And I was like, you go to my house while I'll stay here. I'll just like be 10 more minutes. So I let her have the keys to the door so she can get in. She was my friend for 5 years, so like I thought I could trust her. Anyways, so at this point I was just like 10 minutes away from the house. And while she went in, she stole something, like £1,000 worth. I was gonna do like packaging what I got. The shop got me because they sponsored me and got me all those stuff. And that shop was DJD. They sponsored me, they gave me all that stuff and, you know, Stanley's, skincare, everything. Scrunchies, tops, merch. And she stole like 10 things from there. So I was like, at this point I was like 3 or 5 minutes from the house. So I was like, knocking on the door at the time, and like I got dressed, we got dressed. At this point I didn't really realize that she took any of the stuff, like, but she got dressed in the bathroom, I got dressed in my room, and then we have to go to the dinner. And then I was like, she was like, sorry, I can't have that sleepover, because she knew that I would realize that something is stolen and she would just I would accuse her of stealing something. Well, obviously I would, because she was the only person that went in my house. Well, anyways, I didn't really think much of it. I was like, okay, we can always go tomorrow. And like, she was like, yeah. But anyways, it was like family dinner. We got family dinner all like ready. After family dinner, which was like 2 hours, she went home. And then that's when I realized that she stole something. Like, I was like, what video I'm gonna make? What video should I make with these packaging? I counted how much stuff I had because I already counted it in the morning when I got it. So I basically knew how much I had. So when I counted it, I was like, oh my god, 10 are missing. So at this point, I was like really starting to get worried, because who wouldn't get worried? So I went searching across the room, literally on my hands and knees, really searching. And I was like, I told my mom, did you take anything from my room? And she was like, no. Why would I take anything from my room? Your room. And I was like, I believe my mom, because she never really lies. So I went to my sister and I said, did you take anything from my room? And she was like, no, sweetie. And I was like freaking out, like really freaking out, because that cost £1,000, all of it. So I was thinking, who went in my room locked? And I was like, Layla. So at this point, I was literally standing by the door, opening the door, walking to her house, and I was like telling her, did you steal anything? And she was like, no. So what I did was, oh my gosh, I forgot, I can't just dump it on my face like that. What I did was, I checked the security cameras because I forgot I had security cameras. So I went back to my home. We don't like live far away, so I walked back to my home and I checked the security cameras. And guess what I found? Layla stealing 10 of my products. Oh my god. So I stormed back in her house and I told her, give me all my things right now. And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I checked the security cameras and guess what I found? You stealing all my stuff. And she was like, okay, fine, I'll give you your stuff back. At this point, I was like relaxed. But there was still more stuff missing. She only gave me 5 stuff. And there was 10 that she stole. So I was like, I'm not having any of this. Give me all my stuff back or I'm calling the police. And sorry, I had to cut the story bit. But if you don't have this, Bulma, get it right now. It's amazing. Anyways, so I was like, I threatened her. I'm going to call the police if you don't, like, give me all my stuff. Like, you can't just come to my house and steal stuff. I thought we were best friends. Like, you can't do that. So, at this point, she says, go, I'll give you the stuff tomorrow. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just wait until tomorrow. Like, I didn't think of any, like, thing like that. So, I waited till tomorrow and she still hadn't given it to me back. Oh my god. So she said she's gonna give it back to me at exactly 7 o'clock. I literally set a whole alarm for 7 o'clock. I was like, 7 o'clock is a bit early. I knew she wasn't gonna do it. So I stormed back to her house again and asked her for all my things back this time. And she was like, Gia, fine. And she eventually gave me all my stuff back. So I succeeded. And then she was like, don't come to my house again, please. And I was like, no, I won't come to your house again because we're not best friends anymore. Like, you can't just legit come to people's house and steal stuff. Like, she should be going to the police for stealing. Like, I legit don't care if she's like my best friend or whatever. Ex-best friend. But whatever. I don't care. That is a police thing. She should go to jail. But I'm not like that kind of friend. So I was not going to call the police on her. Because that's a bit too harsh. Ow. But I realised what she was doing. So yeah. It smells so good. Oh, and I recommend you to get this as well. It's a facial spray and it's also a underarm spray. That's how the story is, how I lost my best friend. But don't worry, I made another one called Ava. Okay.